Joe Gill joins us right now from New Orleans. Joe is the Ag Communicator of the Year, works in our media of radio, which, of course, we all love an awful lot. Joe, you've been over at Albany now at the radio station there. How long you been there?
Coming up on 19 years now. So back in 1999, I grew up about a mile and a half down the road, so I really didn't go too far, Jim.
What got you interested? Was it listening to Cliff Mitchell doing broadcasts at the Albany radio station years ago, or what got you going?
Well, we were talking about that with Marcia. I said I wasn't aware there were any other radio stations growing up in that proximity, you know. But like a lot of people, I wanted to be a sports broadcaster, and that was my interest. I was never good at sports, but I like to talk about sports. So that was my kind of a initial interest, and it developed into farm broadcasting.
Sports is what got me into radio also. Same thing. I thought that would be pretty cool to do that and a lot of fun. You know, of all the things you do, and you do a lot more than farm at your radio station. We know that from what we call the traffic department and so on too. But in the farm world, what's some of the most fun that you have in farm coverage and reporting?
Well, the most fun is talking to people like at a Farm Bureau convention, going places. I never would have imagined I would have the chance to go to New Orleans or Washington, D.C. or Kansas City or California. So that aspect, it's really fun to do things like that. But farm people are fun to talk to. It's interesting for them to share their story, what they're doing. That's the highlight. It feels a lot like family. So I like that part hands down the best.
Joe Gill's with us from Albany. He was the Minnesota Farm Bureau Foundation Ag Communicator of the Year. There are good times in farming and there are challenging times. We've got a few more challenges right now. How do you handle that as a reporter? Because it can be kind of sensitive conversations on some of the topics.
I don't try to get too fancy with it. I just say this is how it is, and we move on. I don't have to really tell farmers how things are necessarily. Especially right now with prices where I know in our neck of the woods you got bull calves. I mean, you can give bull calves away just about. I mean, the prices are so low, and we have a lot of dairy in our area, and they're well aware of the situation, but they're optimistic too. So I think from our aspect, they like to see, well, what should we be optimistic about? What's going on locally, statewide, or nationwide? And I feel like we need to bring that to them.
A young person comes to you and says, you know, I'm kind of interested in getting into something with media and agriculture. What do you tell them? What do you suggest to them?
I say, when do you want to start? So just a willingness and an energy. I mean, because you are aware, Jim, too, it's not an 8 to 5. It's not a Monday through Friday. So you have to have a willingness to work hard. And I think coming from a farm background, that's really helped me a lot in the career as well. But just being out there and have a willingness to try new things, because to be honest, coming to New Orleans, I'm like, gosh, geez, I'm kind of more comfortable staying in Stearns County. I'm okay. But a willingness to do that and share people's stories and kind of be a storyteller. And I think if you want to work hard, you can accomplish a lot of things.
Storytelling is a real important part of being a good broadcaster, and you do that well. Joe Gill, congratulations, Ag Communicator of the Year for this year, as it was given to you in November of 2018. And thanks again for your work on behalf of farmers everywhere and on behalf of media, helping to spread the word of what's going on, especially in this great vocation of farming.
Well, I just wanted to follow your lead from a year ago because you won it last year, and you gave me one heck of an introduction here today, too, so I appreciate your kind words. It really means a lot coming from yourself and in your vast history in farm broadcasting as well.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it much. Hey, we're coming your way from New Orleans, and I think here they say New Orleans. But anyway, we're coming your way from Louisiana and the American Farm Bureau Annual Convention.